Are you looking for the best cameras for self-portraits? In this video, we will look at some of the best cameras for self-portraits on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Canon EOS R5. The Canon EOS R5 remains one of Canon's top mirrorless cameras, and it's got everything you need to take sharp, detailed car photos in any situation. I find the controls of this camera easy to use as you can set the exposure without touching the screen and the dials are ergonomically placed. This will let you make quick adjustments so you can adapt to changing conditions when taking photos of cars outside. The R5's ISO range of 100 to 51,200 means that you can get some epic nighttime car shots, too. Canon EOS R5 full-frame mirrorless camera, 8K video, 45-megapixel full-frame CMOS sensor, Digic-X image processor, up to 12 frames per second mechanical shutter. And thanks to the in-body image stabilization, it's always easy to use the R5 handheld, so you don't necessarily need to worry about lugging a tripod around. But the best aspect of this camera is the autofocus system. The sensor features 100% AF coverage so you can easily focus on small external car details like headlights and logos. Additionally, if you're after moving car shots, the 20 FPS continuous shooting mode and the car AF tracking feature make it easy to capture the car perfectly every time. At number 2. Nikon Z7 II. The Nikon Z7 II is like the Canon EOS R5 in many ways, but I do prefer it from a design and ergonomics point of view. It just feels great to use and the controls are very intuitive. The only thing I would like to see improved is the LCD screen. You can't flip it out sideways, so it does limit how you can preview your compositions. Regardless, this is a great camera for car photography due to the 45.7 MP full-frame sensor and the next-gen image processors. It works incredibly fast, and menu navigation is a breeze. The buffer capacity is also much improved compared to the original Z7, that way, you can shoot bursts without worrying about temporarily running out of space, which is often essential when capturing car action photos. Nikon Z7 II ultra-high-resolution full-frame mirrorless still/video camera. I love the Nikon Z lenses, too, which is what the Z7 II uses. Wide-angle lenses are great for car shots where you want to include some of the road and surroundings, but there are some epic portrait and telephoto lenses available for detail shots, too. The autofocus system is very solid, and although it doesn't have a huge array of tracking features, focusing on subjects like moving cars is easy and the Z7 II rarely misfocuses. The in-body image stabilization is also helpful as it lets you use the camera handheld in virtually any low-light situation. At number 3. Sony Alpha 7RV. The 61MP sensor resolution and the new Bionz XR image processor make the Sony Alpha 7RV a top choice for professional car photographers. The Sony Alpha 7RV manages to improve on its predecessor, the Alpha 7R4, and I didn't think that was possible. The biggest change is the Bionz XR processor. It makes the camera more responsive and just easier to use. The A7R4 was by no means bad, but the A7RV comes with a real boost. I love the 61MP full-frame sensor as it means you have so much more detail, and it also ensures added flexibility when editing your car photos in post-processing software. You can crop different parts of the vehicles as needed, which is always helpful when producing professional-grade automobile shots. Although the A7RV is a high-level camera, it's really compact. I'll admit that it does get a little weighty when you attach certain Sony telephoto lenses, but even if you're doing long photo shoots at multiple locations, transporting this camera shouldn't be an issue. At number 4. Fujifilm X-T5. Fujifilm makes some excellent compact, mirrorless cameras, but the company's best option for car photography is the Fujifilm X-T5. It really is small, and most of the time I find that the lenses are larger and heavier than the camera body. This makes it great for fast-paced car photo shoots at multiple locations. The 40.2 MP APS-C sensor really packs a punch, and when you combine it with the in-body image stabilization, you should have no trouble taking sharp interior and exterior shots. Although you can use the LCD screen to shoot, the EVF display is beautiful, and you can quickly make changes via the large dials and buttons. The 20 fps continuous shooting mode works great for action shots. You can just hold your finger on the shutter to fire off a burst of photos as the car moves. The X-T5 is a great option that doesn't break the bank, so it's ideal for hobbyists looking to take high-quality car images. At number 5. Canon EOS R6 Mark II. I love the original Canon EOS R6, but the Canon EOS R6 Mark II offers numerous improvements to the autofocus system, sensor, shooting modes, and more. These changes make the R6 Mark II even better suited for car photography than its predecessor, mainly due to the faster continuous shooting speed of 40 fps. The camera operates silently, and when you're shooting moving objects like cars, the high-speed continuous shoot modes are fantastic. The improved 24.2 MP sensor offers more detail. I always thought the 20 MP of the original EOS R6 was lacking. Of course, it would be nice if the R6 Mark II used the 45 MP sensor from the EOS R5, but then it would cost substantially more. Canon EOS R6 Mark II full-frame mirrorless camera, body only, still and amp, video 24.2 MP, CMOS, continuous shooting, Digic X image processing, 6K video oversampling, advanced subject detection. Canon EOS R6 Mark II, full-frame mirrorless camera, body only, still and amp, video 24.2 MP, CMOS, continuous shooting, Digic X image processing, 6K. I love the new autofocus features, and Canon continues to add more tracking functionality so you can photograph moving subjects. The controls are great too and make it easy to adjust your AF modes and exposure settings as needed. If you take night shots of cars, this camera will be especially exceptional. Its low-light performance is outstanding, and even at higher ISO settings, your images will feature minimal noise. If you don't need 45 MP of resolution, this could honestly be the best Canon camera for car photography on the market. At number 6. Sony Alpha 7 R4. If you don't want to pay for the Alpha 7 RV, the Sony Alpha 7 R4 is still a great choice. Although it has an older processor, I don't find it sluggish, and the image quality is superb thanks to the 61 MP full-frame sensor. The compact mirrorless design is so much better than older clunky DSLRs, and I like the metal lens mount that makes the lens connection feel really durable and stable. Sony Alpha 7 R for full-frame mirrorless interchangeable lens camera with high-resolution 61 MP sensor, up to 10 fps with continuous AF/A tracking. Sony Alpha 7 R for full-frame mirrorless interchangeable lens camera with high-resolution 61 MP sensor, up to 10 fps with continuous AF/A tracking. If you want to take shots of moving cars, a hybrid autofocus really helps. It has excellent coverage, and the impressive tracking capabilities ensure you can always focus on moving vehicles no matter their speed. You can make quick changes to your camera settings using the handy dials, and your exposure settings are all shown on the EVF display. That way you can work more quickly and make subtle changes to get the best results when doing car photoshoots. At number 7. Nikon Z6 II. If you're a serious car enthusiast or you want to start doing automotive photography for clients but don't want to spend lots of money, the Nikon Z6 II is a great choice. Nikon Z6 II, it's significantly cheaper than the Z7 II and still has excellent features. The dual card slots are really useful. You can use them to save 2 copies of each photo, which is essential for those who care about redundancy. The sensor is a 24.5 MP full-frame unit, and the image quality is superb. Although you don't have as much resolution to work with compared to the Z7 II, you can still produce high-end results. Additionally, the camera packs dual X-T5 image processors, so it's extremely responsive. Related posts: I like the position of the EVF, it makes composing incredibly easy, and the LCD is fully rotatable, too, and allows you to preview your car shots quickly. I do wish it flipped out to the side, though this shouldn't be a huge issue for most car photographers. Note that you can get this camera bundled with an excellent 24 to 70mm f/4 lens, which is a great starter option as it'll allow you to take a range of different car shots, including both interior detail photos and wide-angle body photos. At number 8. OM System OM1. Micro Four Thirds cameras aren't as revered as full-frame models, but the OM System OM1 is a superb option for serious shooters who need a compact, rugged camera for photographing cars in a variety of scenarios. Although it only has a 20 MP 4/3 sensor, the image quality is still fantastic, and the ISO range of 80 to 100 and 2400 is great for low-light car shots. You can even shoot in near darkness. In fact, I've taken snaps of my Mazda MX-5 at night with the headlights on and produced excellent results with minimal background noise. OM System OM1 Micro 4/3 System Camera 20MP BSA Stack Sensor Weather Sealed Design 5-axis Image Stabilization 120 frames per second Sequential Shooting. Shooting at night is made even easier thanks to the excellent in-body image stabilization. You can capture sharp shots even when you're working at slower shutter speeds. For moving cars and action shots, you'll love the 10 FPS continuous shooting mode, which has full-time AF/AE, so you shouldn't need to keep redoing the same sequences due to missed focusing. This isn't one of my favorite cameras in terms of design, but the build quality is outstanding, making it great for photographing cars in the rain and snow. It's also easy to use and is compatible with plenty of excellent MFT lenses.